The majority of the general population believes that the world is governed by the governments of different countries. Some may argue that the United States dictates global events as the sole superpower. You may not be aware, however, that behind all the politics, policy making, and conflicts, there are powerful families manipulating the decision-making techniques of governments to fit their own vested interests. These families have lived for generations and have amassed so many riches that their names have appeared in various conspiracy theories, none of which have ever been verified. In this video, you'll discover the world's most powerful and secret families that have significantly impacted the global, political, social, and economic environment, the Rockefellers. In the 18th century, the Rockefeller family immigrated from Germany to the United States. John D. Rockefeller was mostly responsible for constructing this massive economic empire. When they began investing in the petroleum industry, they amassed an immense fortune. John D. Rockefeller founded Standard Oil in Cleveland in 1870 and then expanded the company to other states. Standard Oil established a monopoly in the oil industry by purchasing competing refineries and creating subsidies. At its height, Standard Oil controlled approximately 90% of American pipelines and refineries. Standard Oil was responsible for literally turning on the lights for millions of people by lowering the price of oil to the point where it was freely available to the general population. Additionally, the family was involved in real estate and banking industries. The Morgan family. The Morgan family is another American family with origins in the 19th century. During the 19th and 20th centuries, they were a formidable force that influenced not just the American economy, but also the global economy. They obtained the majority of their wealth through the banking industry. John Pierpont J.P. Morgan was the most well-known Morgan. He was a world-famous businessman and banker who eventually led a firm that became famously known as J.P. Morgan & Co. He's credited with changing Wall Street into an organized, tightly knit group by promoting the formation of trusts and mergers with diverse businesses, which reduced competition and increased industry-wide efficiency. The Morgan family contributed to the growth of American civilization by financing railroad projects and assisting in the formation of major firms such as the U.S. Street and General Electric. The Walton family. One of the wealthiest families in the United States, the Walton family is also the owner of the largest corporation in the world based on revenue, which is Walmart. Walmart is the most successful retail company in the world, with more than 11,000 shops and clubs across more than 25 countries. It has a complete monopoly on the retail market throughout the United States, including both the food and grocery retail markets, which it controls completely. The family has a strong effect on American politics and is able to shape public policy in a way that meets their requirements. The Bush family. The Bush family is a prominent political family in the United States, having produced both of the country's most recent presidents, George H.W. Bush, who ran from 1989 to 1993, and George W. Bush, who ran from 2001 to 2009. Throughout the history of this family, several additional individuals have held significant positions, contributing to the family's overall success. They have been instrumental in the formulation and implementation of a variety of domestic and foreign policies, all of which have contributed to the current state of the world. Windsor family. The Windsor family, sometimes known as the House of Windsor, is currently the head of the United Kingdom's royal family. It continues to have an effect not only on Britain, but also throughout the rest of the world. When the royal family first rose to power, they ruled over the British Empire, which at the time included numerous colonies, protectorates, and dominions located all over the world. The Windsor family was accorded royal status in a number of different nations that were independent at the time. The majority of this family's wealth comes from business ventures and properties that have been passed down through generations. Even though this fortune is not very large, when the royal family brand is considered, it becomes clear that this fortune has multiplied many times over. Royal Family of Saudi Arabia. House of Saud is the proper title given to Saudi Arabia's royal family by its official name. They are the descendants of Mohammed bin Saud, who established the Emirate of Diriyah, the first Saudi kingdom. The head of the Saudi Arabian royal dynasty is proclaimed to be the King of Saudi Arabia and is endowed with unchecked political power throughout the nation. They view the Saudi kingdom in its entirety, including all of its land and the country's oil riches, to be an asset that belongs to their family. Because of this, they are now the royal family that holds the title of richest and most powerful in the entire planet. Rothschild family. No ranking of the most influential and affluent families would be complete without the Rothschilds. This family has been the target of numerous conspiracy theories involving the New World Order and battles between states. Rothschild is a Jewish commercial dynasty that rose to prominence in the late 17th century when Mayer Amschel Rothschild founded his bank. Additionally, he was the personal banker of the German royal families. Subsequently, his 5 sons grew the company and opened offices in London, Paris, Frankfurt, Vienna, and Naples. During the Napoleonic Wars, the family supported the British war effort against the French Empire in 1803 to 1815. At the beginning of the war, they were also funding the French Empire, but they understood that a British victory would be more beneficial for them. Consequently, they curtailed French support. The majority of the Rothschild family's fortune comes from their banking industry, but they also have significant investments in real estate, oil, and construction. They financed numerous railway projects and were responsible for the industrialization of Europe, both of which aided in the growth of various regions of the world. Additionally, they supported the Suez Canal project. And that's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section below. I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the following video with some more of the latest updates, and until then, stay tuned.